welcome to my bathroom makeover. So in this makeover, you'll be seeing me doing paneling, making photo frames, making a shelf, and lots of other different things. So this makeover, I teamed up with Lick to do a TikTok collaboration with them. So the items from Lick are gifted, and yeah, I've used white 03, which you can see here, a little sneak peek of the makeover at the end. But yeah, I've been doing absolutely loads of things, and I do apologise that it has mainly been filmed in vertical because it was a collaboration for TikTok with Lick. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, because I literally have like transformed this space from just a blank canvas. As you know, if you've been watching my renovation vlogs, then we've just renovated our bungalow. So this whole room didn't exist before, so it is like a new build. So it was just basically the tiles on the floor, the tiles on the wall, and the mist coat. So yeah, it looked nice, but it wasn't like designed. So yeah, I've just gone ahead and tried to put a little bit of interior design into this bathroom, and I gotta say, it's a little bit different to what I'd usually do. I've gone a little bit more like country, maybe like old style, but I feel like that's like kind of in now. Do you know what I mean? Like these actually taking things from the past and appreciating how lovely they are, like oil paintings and things like that, and like rich woods. We are like doing that now, and I feel like, yeah, even though I wouldn't have done this 2 years ago, this is what I've done in the bathroom, and I hope you'll like it. Let me know in the comments at the end what you think. But yeah, let's get straight into the makeover.
Okay, so this is the bathroom before.
Okay guys, it's Saturday. I've hurt my foot, so what does that mean? I'm gonna redecorate this room with Lick White 03. Let's go. I forgot to mention as well that it is actually White 03 in eggshell, because we were advised that in order to have a paint in the bathroom, it should be eggshell, because obviously I think it like, I don't know, repels moisture rather than soaking it all in.
Okay, so that is the first coat done, and then I just went in with a second coat. I found that it looked really yellow until I did the second coat. So if you get this paint, then just bear with it, because I think, yeah, second coat makes it look so good. But I feel like I needed to warm the space up. It felt very cold. I obviously had white tiles, white walls. So I went to B&Q and bought this piece of pine. It was literally £14, I think, and it was almost exact size, but I just need to take a little bit off the end. And it slid right in, and I thought, yeah, that looks good. But obviously I could still see the gold trim, which I didn't like.
Okay, so I've added a wooden top, and now I'm gonna add a wooden trim underneath to hide the gold trim. Okay, so I've stuck the wooden top on, and I think it is looking just a bit nicer here than what was there before.
So this is how the shelf was looking. I definitely think it looks better than the gold trim. But one thing I had to do, I really needed to finish the windowsills. for the whole top floor, not just the bathroom, but the bathroom windowsill was needed. I decided to do the bathroom windowsill a little bit longer than it should have been, and you'll see why when I get to do the paneling later. But yeah, just priming these and sticking them on. I used no nails, but because the windowsill itself was so narrow, I had to pop a few screws in as well. But if you're ever thinking of replacing your windowsills, just know that it is definitely something that you can do yourself. No need to get anyone in. You can do it. So now back to this shelf. I didn't like the colour of the pine. It just looked a bit unfinished. So I bought this stain from B&Q. Again, I'm not 100% loving the colour, but I do think it looks so much better and a lot warmer. So yeah, I just went for it and slapped it on the shelf.
If you're liking this video, then don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a makeover for every single room in this bungalow, and that's a lot of rooms.
Okay, so back to it. So often enough in these DIY videos that I do, there are multiple different design choices that don't make the cut. So I thought I would actually just insert this and show you that I did want a cute little curtain here. I saw one on Pinterest and it looked so nice. But there was something about this one, I couldn't put my finger on it, but it just didn't work. Didn't look nice, it didn't look cute. And I think it might have been a combination of the yellowy walls with the net curtain. No. But anyway, let's get into the actual part that I enjoy the most, and that is putting the paneling on. I got this MDF paneling from, again, Skirting World. So they do quite a lot of MDF products. Our skirting boards are from there, window boards, and now the paneling as well. So I literally just cut this. I use a miter saw every time. I find it easier than doing it by hand. But I cut them all to size, and then I primed them and painted them before I put them on the wall, which just helped with tricky areas like behind the bath and behind the radiator. So I am using, I think, Leyland primer, and it's all-purpose primer, and then the white 03 from Lick, and it's in an eggshell finish, so it is suitable for bathrooms. But yeah, I just go ahead and measure this. So what I do with the mitered corners, I miter it first, and then I measure from the end of the bit of the miter to the end of the wall, and then it gives me the accurate measurements. And I'm just sticking these around the window because I think that gives it a little bit more of a finished look, and it's kind of like maybe a carpenter could have done it. But after every time I stick something on the wall, I'm just checking that it is level. And yeah, you do not want it to not be level, because you'll find it, you'll have to rip it off the wall and you'll have problems down the line. So then I went ahead and I caulked these, and they were looking a lot better. And then I went back in then with the white 03 just to give it a second coat. It did really need a second coat, and then I was starting to really enjoy the look of it all once the second coat had been applied. Okay, so moving on to the paneling now. It's a little bit more tricky to do the actual panels because you need to make sure that the measurements are correct. So I cut this little bit of MDF and made sure it was 10 centimeters. And then I used it as a kind of guide to make sure that the 10 centimeters were all the way around. And then I marked it out on the wall, measured it up, cut the pieces, and then I mitered the pieces after they were cut to size. And then I'm simply just using a form of no nails or an adhesive and gluing these to the wall. Some of the MDF strips were bowed, which was making the project a lot harder. So if you've got a nail gun, I would advise just tapping some nails in if you can. And if you've got a hammer and some nails, and that works just as well, because I did find some old nails and I hammered them in and it worked fine. But just literally repeated the process around. So the way I came up with the measurements, I just felt like 10 centimeters was a nice kind of like distance away from the dado and the skirting boards and the edge of the wall. And then all the sizes came mainly from the main piece of paneling, which was around the bath. And then once I'd got that symmetrical with the window and the taps, that's how I was able to go ahead and measure the other sides by using the 10 centimeter rule all the way around. Primed these while they were on the wall, and then I corked them and gave them a lick of the paint, which looks so satisfying. It's like really creamy and nice, and just finally starting to feel like it's all coming together at this point. So I was thinking everything looked a little bit bare so far. It was still a lot of white going on, so I thought I needed to add some decorative pieces. So out of bits of moulding, I created these little frames for my oil paintings, which were from Temu, I think. It was like £10 for 10 pieces of oil canvas, so that was a real good bargain, and I thought they looked so cute on the wall, and they went really well with the white 03. I also found a bit of wood downstairs, which I created a bath tray from. And this inspired me to go in the garden and get a grubby bit of old wood and make my own little rustic stool. I nearly paid £40 for one of these, but I decided to make my own by cutting them up, and then I attached some more timber underneath and attached these two together to make the top, which you can see doing here. I used a bit of 1x2, I think it is, and the other pieces are C24s from the roof structure when we had the bungalow renovation. So yeah, just driving these screws in. With great difficulty. Got there in the end. There we are. And then I turned my miter saw to 15 degrees to create the legs. So you basically cut it like that on both ends, and then you're able to stick it down at an angle. I did use glue, but it didn't do much, so make sure to drive some more wood screws into the side. And this is how this ended up looking. And yeah, I'm really happy with the wood pieces that I've created, and it's given such a lovely vibe. And that's how that was looking. So that was pretty much it then. I just added a bit of finishing touches, and the bathroom is complete. I'm going to stop talking now and let you enjoy the final results. So as you can see, it's been a massive transformation, and I've been doing this transformation with a bad foot, stress fracture / arthritis, God knows. I know, I'm not old enough to have arthritis, but apparently you can have it at any age. But anyway, I've been working really, really hard
on this makeover with a bad foot is just making my whole body ache. So I am pleased that it's done, but I'm hoping that you like it as much as I'm loving it. Thanks so much again for watching. I will be uploading a lot more makeovers and a lot more things onto my YouTube channel now that we have started to add a little bit of interior design to the rooms. So stay tuned and I will see you in next week's video. Bye guys.